like I say, the only other, I had gotten a price a number of years ago from just purchasing it.
Well, we've been looking at solar for our house, but we know some people who would do it also as well, so
Right, okay.
maybe that would do it.
Yeah, the Sierra Club had some deal out there. I mean, there are other people doing it.
Sure.
So,
Yep, we're not the
and
only
it's
one.
very nice that the assemblyman comes.
Yeah.
One might say there's a tad of a unfair advantage here if he just marches in,
Right.
signs a contract and marches away, I would think.
Well, I think there's more information until I see.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even bring a contract.
Right.
I have a question
It sounds great.
along the line with what Lee's asking. Is there some rule or something? I mean, you used to be our assemblyman.
No rule.
There's no rule you
No,
can
there's
do.
no conflict. I mean, here's the thing, we're not selling you anything, right? It's not costing you anything. Technically, it does not need to go to bid because there's no
But you're
cost.
making
But you can
money.
Well, but it
certainly,
is
no, but
costing
listen,
you
you can
money.
certainly,
And we don't know what your profit margin is. You know what I'm saying? If it
Right.
turns out your profit margin is twice what someone else's.
well, I don't think
margin
anybody's gonna
is.
come in and tell you their profit margin, but,
Well,
Um,
you have to do a cost analysis for us.
Right.
Say, what, out
Well,
of
but-
that 25%, what is your investment in it?
no, we really don't. The cost analysis is that it costs nothing. Everybody's gonna come, I can tell you this, because we know what the competition's doing, but feel free, definitely bring them in. The cost analysis is that it's no out-of-pocket money, so there's really nothing to recoup. And the other thing too is, everybody will come in 20, 25%. Now, if they know that I'm at 25, yeah, somebody come in and say, I'll go 26. I mean, that's easy enough to do. But just, who wouldn't, right? I mean, anybody would do that. But the industry standard is 20. We go a little bit deeper than that, we go to 25. But feel free, I mean, do whatever the board wants to
And
do.
we will, I mean, we can continue to look around. I
Yeah,
know
that's
there's
fine.
been a number of other lease agreements on people's residential houses.
Yep.
Steve's company has been doing some commercial things in government buildings, so
Yep.
that's why we contacted him on that.
Yep.
And I really wanted him to do a presentation so that not only the board, but everybody could hear
Yeah.
a little bit about this, and we'll
Yeah,
continue to look at it.
it's pretty straightforward, but as soon as I leave, somebody will say, oh, I should have asked them this. So feel free to write down the questions, let me know what they are. But it is fairly straightforward, everybody's basically doing the same thing. If you're talking to other companies, I can tell you who I think is pretty good, and Hudson's good. I mean, Hudson's a good company, there's nothing wrong with Hudson. They do a nice job. New York Light Energy does a good job. There's a couple that I would tell you I wouldn't deal with, but I won't tell you who they are because I don't want to badmouth them. But there's a few that I would say,
Yep.
if you mention them, I probably wouldn't deal with them. But there's some good, just like anything else, right? Some good car dealers, some bad, some good contractors,
Sure.
some bad, same thing. We are the biggest, and you can't typically get there unless you're doing decent work. So, and the other thing is we're pretty much an open book. So we don't have this list of who to contact. This is our approved list. Call them. Call whoever you want that has one of our systems. Ask them. I mean, we don't really have anybody that said don't have anybody call us. So if somebody wants to make phone calls, make them. Let us know.
For reference.
Yep, piece of cake. I mean, it's really, that's kind of it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward stuff. Yeah. But definitely, I mean, I would expect you to do due diligence.
Sure.
No question.
Now, this is a new concept, is what you're bringing to me, that's why I
Yep.
wanted to come to talk about this.
Yep,
Just
I-
one more quick question?
sure.
Are you on state contract?
No, we are not. No, and I don't know that anybody is
Yeah,
on
there
the
may not be, I
on the
don't
solar
know, I
stuff.
just thought I'd
I
ask.
think that's coming. I mean, the state just announced $250 million worth of grants, but that wasn't just solar, it was all kinds of stuff. So the state will now begin to put solar on some of their buildings. We're doing Siena College right now. We're actually doing some, and New York Light Energy's doing some, so Siena split that up. We've done stuff at Union College. But some of the government buildings, as much as they push it, the state government's been the hardest places to put solar up because it's just, it's a maze of bureaucracy, don't I know? It's a maze of bureaucracy trying to get anything done. But I think the walls are starting to come down there a little bit. And actually, the problem with the government buildings, a lot of them are in Albany, and that's the old the old Edison lines, and sometimes you can't install solar on those lines. They're just not the lines themselves, but the way the grid is designed. In a certain blocks of Albany, we don't even touch it. Nobody will until they redo everything down there. So, but there's tons of there's tons of stuff out there to do anyway, so.
Well, please forward a proposal if you would, so
Yeah.
we can review it. I'd like to read the fine print of all of it.
Absolutely.
And look at it, so we can probably generate questions, and we'll talk to some others, and
Yep.
see where we go. But it's a good time of year to talk to people about it, 'cause
Yeah,
you're not gonna do it now anyway, as you said.
it'll take us a couple months.
I have a quick question, more of your assemblyman hat, is how often do you think like a municipality should audit their books? What-
It's up to the municipality, really. I mean,
Oh, it's
I-
up to them?
that's-
Well, doesn't the office of the comptroller sometimes, they'll come in and do audits in areas?
I believe they do every now and then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and what's your feelings on that?
I mean, the comptroller has their methods and, you know, whatever, it's not really, I mean, it's sort of, comptroller has their methodology, I suppose, so.
Maybe I can answer that better, Steve, as I've spoke to the comptroller's office in recent years about this and attended some training seminars. And really, the deal is that they used to do more frequent audits to municipalities. And because they're so short-staffed today and backlogged, it's very difficult to get them, even upon request of ones. I think where they only go when somebody can almost prove that there's a problem, then they'll go. Just requesting them to come doesn't always do it anymore. I have spoke to them and they've told me that they're just so far back that unless there's really a severe problem, they're probably not coming anymore.
But you
Yeah.
audit books every year?
Oh, we do.
Yes.
Yeah, and the accountant does, and we audit your books, the judge's books. You know, I mean, yeah, the town board does their own audits, but as far as having the controller's office do it, so. But anyway, thank you very much, Steve,
My
for
pleasure.
coming down. Good luck to you.
Hey, it's good to meet you, Steve. I think it's a great project.
Thank you. Yes, good to see you all.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay, get back to the rest of the business. For some old business, just wanted to give a quick update that our capital project of renovating our town highway garage as well as building new salt shed storage buildings has been completed. I think the project turned out to be a very nice project and be enjoyable for the residents of the town for years to come. I was hoping Bernie would be here tonight, but I guess they've been plowing snow too long. But I did want to thank Bernie and crew for all the help they did in getting that job done. It was great to have them all working through that project. And I hope everybody enjoys it. The hydroelectric plant over in the Falls, I'm very pleased to make the announcement tonight that I was over last week. They had one of the turbines running, generating power, basically just grounding it out to make some heat so that they could run tests on it. Spoke to Jim this afternoon. With any kind of good luck, they may be phased in and be able to connect to the grid tomorrow morning, if not any day. That's just one turbine. And there had some penstock leaks in the other one, so they're repairing that, and the other turbine should be about 2 weeks behind. Even when you get connected to the grid, even if that happens tomorrow, there still may be, they may just be on for a day and then back off again because they've got some tweaking to do. But it's pretty impressive over there. Jim does plan to have a dedication ceremony here come nicer weather. It's much nicer tour now than it was, I think, the last time a lot of you folks were there. So it's pretty exciting that he's actually making some power. Things are up and running. Website update. I'm also pleased to say the new site's up and running. Melissa's been doing a great job of learning how to manage it. I participated in a few classes with her, but she's been managing it, and I'll let Melissa give us a little update on what's going on with that. Yes? Informal.
No, you did not. That's okay. Yes, the site is up and running. It was active December 3rd, I think. Playing around with the calendar and articles. Like, for instance, the assessor's office was closed for the holidays. I was able to put it right on the front page so everybody could see it. I can change the calendar real time as things come up. They get changed on the articles, the documents get added. As I was writing my notes during Steve's presentation, I think I'll put the monolith link on the website, so anybody who's interested can go check it out. I know that there have been some subscriptions to the newsletter, yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but before you would do that, shouldn't we have other people come so it all goes on the grid?
I can do it as it comes in.
What is the website? What is the actual name of the website?
It's stuyvesantny.us.
.us?
There have been some subscriptions, and there's a glitch that BAS is working on. Did you get, I know you're one of, because I get email notifications when people subscribe. Did you get anything back that says to verify it?